Well, hello YouTube, Sarcastic Raptor, welcome back to more Condition Zero. We're going to be showcasing the PLA Nuclear Tactics General against USA Easy Experimental General on a map Abandoned Territories. And see what goodies we get to play with. Much goodies. Oh, it's the Event and Naturation Museum Emerge Festival. I'm already liking this pimped out Chad fucking dozer. So tank training, red guards, needle gun, tempest, rage tank, yeah, that sounds like me. Infantry power drops, invasion down here, we got the Merv launcher, the Harbinger gunship, and some tactical nuke and other goodies. Nuke flak heavy. Put one over there.
Upgrade complete.
As they're getting older, the middle map's going to be quite important. We've got the Chen Scouts, which are cool. Nuclear Battle Masters, Type 63 flak tanks. Nuke J46, Nuke Bomber, Harbinger, and a Firefly attack chopper. Take my love, take my land, take me when I can't stand. I don't care, I'm still free, you can't take the sky from Earth. Firefly memes. The saddest of memes because it's dead as a fucking door now. I would love them to go back and make a new series, to do something with it. Time travel and just make it good. Well, save it. Because if you take the film Serenity for what it is, just as a action sci-fi film, it's not a bad film at all. But in the grand scheme of things, it just killed off any chance of another series of Firefly happened. So rather than them not make that film at all, I don't know why it didn't get more series. It was beautiful. It's a damn travesty. Some heavy rickshaw people here. Need a lot of more units. Already building a propaganda centre, I didn't even realise. So you get quite good upgrades here. We get radiation rockets, tactical nuke payload, weapons grade uranium, and fusion reactors. On another side note, I'll be now reading a Game of Thrones book called Beyond the Wall. And essentially what they do is they talk about a lot of authors like to chat about Game of Thrones and like the effect it's had on our sort of the sci-fi fantasy genre, and they just like go through why it's so good. Like the book, this is mainly looking at the books as opposed to the series, although it highlights both. One thing I found really cool is, I can't think what author it was, but essentially they talk about PTSD, and I can't think but I want to say some ex-soldier sergeant in the US Army, he wrote a book about PTSD, and he identified PTSD. He identified 2 types of the PTSD, so one being condition yellow and condition black. Condition yellow is essentially, if you were going to put someone into condition yellow, you would put Aya as condition yellow. She's seen for her age a whole deal of trauma compared to what a lot of people at that age would, even by Game of Thrones standards. She's seen a lot of bad shit, especially for someone so young. And she's used it almost to better herself. It's made her better, and she's always sort of in a state of heightened alert because of what's happened. So that's essentially condition yellow. You're still not good. You're in a state, but you're trying to use your past experiences and past trauma to better yourself and use it to your advantage. Then we come on to the other one, condition black, and a example of condition black would be, well, a great example would be Theon Greyjoy, due to the fact that this condition black trauma, you would think it would have originated just when he the torture that he suffered under Ramsay Bolton, but no. Essentially, condition black is still the same, is similar to condition yellow, but instead of trying to progress under this new found trauma, you regress instead. But this condition black trauma can be identified all the way back to when he was first held hostage by the Starks. So essentially, get the Greyjoys to play good. A lot of his obviously family was killed during the Greyjoy Rebellion, although he would have been quite young and probably would have remembered that anyway. But in addition to that as well, he's always been in sort of a state of when everyone's treated him as an outcast, and he's never felt really any other sense of power. And I think the whole reason he becomes such a well-known whoremonger, because they even say that he's got a bit of a reputation for sleeping with loads of prostitutes and whores and whatnot, is to give him a sense of power almost and control, and I think that's why he does it. But obviously, after the trials and tribulations, that's pretty cool, that he suffers under Ramsay Bolton and his capture by the Boltons, make him, instead of going from condition yellow, or being improved and trying to, not improved, but just trying to better himself in a bad situation, he goes straight into condition black, which essentially is the polar opposite to condition yellow, where he's not, he's constantly fearful, he's constantly thinking of all his past experiences, making him extremely frightened and scared. He's degenerate, he's like deteriorated as a person. Also, Nuclear Overlord. Yeah, it does sound cool. I thought I'd share that I was reading about it, because I thought it was very cool. No plane, we don't kill ourselves. Not yet. So you'll probably already take out our base, actually. I might get a few further upgrades. And send a few messages on the old Facebook. I do have Facebook. I don't use it. I mainly just use it for memes. I'm chatting to a few people. I don't use it for quite as much socialisation as I used to. Who needs socialisation when you can just look at memes and play games all day? Who needs it?
Congratulations, Jen. You have been promoted.
Right, let's push on in, boys. What's that tank doing? Oh, it's dead.
Congratulations, Jen. You have been promoted. Upgrade complete. Unit lost. Congratulations, Jen. You have been promoted.
And I believe in the next video we're going to show off like the Merv launcher and some of the other cool stuff we get. I believe this is going to be a channel quite heavily focused on taking up and getting the better units.
We are victorious.
Oh, God. If you enjoyed this little video anyway, feel free to like and subscribe. Check me out on Patreon. Even £1 a month would be pleasant. And I will see you next time, ladies and gents.